Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam 81, and I'm coming back to you again. Apparently, a police officer in Kaplan, Louisiana, was fired because he suggested, um, actually, he commented, it was unfortunate that more black people didn't die during the corona pandemic. The article is by Bassett.com, and it goes on to say a police officer in Kaplan, Louisiana, was fired after he suggested it was unfortunate more black people hadn't died from the coronavirus. According to reports from local CBS affiliate KLFY, the officer, Stephen Acorn, wrote that horrible comment on a live Facebook chat with Louisiana Governor John Bell Edwards. Now, according to Kaplan's police chief Joshua Hardy, because of Acorn's comments, he was investigated and subsequently fired. The statement reads, we're held to a higher standard than normal civilians, so you got to watch what you do. You got to watch what you say, Hardy explained. You can't just go around and post anything you want on social media. The whole thing went down when another user in the live chat commented, virus that was created to kill all blacks is death. Acorn replied to this, writing, well, it didn't work, and following that up with a second comment that read, how unfortunate. While trying to defend Acorn, Louisiana native Joshua Brothers suggested that the officer's comments could be taken out of context. How? In the comment, the newest update to Facebook doesn't put the comments in consecutive order like it used to. He claimed it's not a timeline thing. Relevant newer comments may be above. Some comments aren't listed at all. And this is what Joshua Brothers said. Sure, Jan. After the department investigated the comment thread entirely, Hardy concluded there were some comments that were further up that was not suitable for a police officer to put up on Facebook. Consistently spewing racist hate to get timing. Be luckier. Former police officer Stephen Acorn has a lot of extra time on his hands. So, again, here we go. Another privileged officer of the law who happens to be Caucasian felt that it was okay to have bad feelings because the coronavirus, it didn't kill more black people than he think that should have died. And for Joshua Brothers to come out and say, oh, well, it's a newer system, some comments are on the top, some are mixed up, that's no excuse. None whatsoever. And obviously, they investigated and found out that that wasn't the case. So I do believe that they did the right thing in firing this officer. Hopefully, I hope that he doesn't get any benefits that comes with an officer leaving the force. anything like that. No severance, but none of that. I hope you don't get none of that. It's just truly sad that even during we're still fighting this pandemic, and people are dying every day all across the world, that people would still take time out to spew their hatred for people um, just based on where they live, the color of their skin. It seems to be more of an uptick of it. I know everybody just recently found out that Doja Cat is a racist. I mean, maybe a corn hangs out with her and Tiny Cat. Um, very disappointing. Um, and with that being said, please go watch Lovely T's video. She gives a very, very, very detailed insight into Doja Cat, and I mean, it's more of the same, regardless if you're a cop or a celebrity. It really doesn't matter. People still have to be held accountable for their actions and their words. Um, None of us is exempt from this. You know, all of us have said things once or twice that was not favorable or not accepted. But as human beings, we learn from our mistakes. And then for them to just try to sweep it underneath the rug, um, clearly Acorn, the former ex-cop, probably doesn't feel any way about what he said, and more than likely Doja Cat really doesn't care if people are canceling her because she's self-hating. Um, and Lovely T made a very good point about that, so please go check that out. Um, Again, another disappointing, disheartening story. I do apologize for that, but um, if we keep exposing these cowards, these tap dancing coons, then maybe they'll get the picture that, hey, this is not accepted. Um, my final thoughts on that: I'm glad that they fired him, and my thoughts on Doja Cat: she should be canceled. But she really won't know that unless you hit her where it hurts, and that's in the pocketbook. So, with that being said, you guys, thank you for coming to my video. Thank you for allowing me into your homes. And I would like to hear what you guys have to say. So, drop on down, comment. Don't forget to like.